Hello everyone, welcome to the 10th video of my data science tutorial series. In this tutorial, we will take a look at some of the advanced topics in Numpy array. So far we have seen some of the basic stuffs which can be described as nuts and bolts of Numpy. But now we will take a look at some of the important features which will help us to make sense why Numpy is so important in the Python data science world. As you already know, Numpy provides an easy and flexible interface and also allows optimized computation with arrays of data, but at times some code implementations can be very slow. So to make it faster, we can use vectorized operations, which are usually implemented through Numpy universal functions, or ufuncs in short. So it can be used to make repeated calculations on array elements much more efficient. So universal function introduces many of the most common and useful arithmetic ufuncs available in the Numpy package. So we will explore those functions now. So as I have already said that this vectorized approach will lead to a much faster execution of Numpy arrays. So there are some common arithmetic functions like np.add. So if I write this code np.add and x comma 2 in round bracket, that means that in x array it will add 2 to every element. So as you can see that x element has -2, and when we add +2 it becomes 0, and then -1 plus 2 becomes 1. Similarly, it adds +2 to all the elements, and also np.subtract subtracts 3 from every element of x. So the first one becomes -5, -4, -3, and so on. There is another built-in method called np.abs. So it actually gives absolute values, that is, it discards any sign, positive or negative sign. So np.abs x gives, as you can see, that x array has some element called -1, -2, but when we apply np.abs there is no minus sign. And also the np.absolute function also does the same thing. It removes all the positive or negative sign. Also we can find the sine or cosine or tangent functions using Numpy. So these are called trigonometric functions, as you know. So if you write the code like this, np.sine round bracket x, sine will be applied to every element of the x, and also cosine will be applied to every element of the x. Similarly, you can check using calculator that the values are correct or not. So similarly, np.tan. So there are some other interesting functions as well. We can also apply exponents and logarithms. If you know the basic math, you know what an exponent is. So firstly, we are applying np.exp of x. So e power x we are applying, then e power of 2x. You can check using calculator that whether these values are true or not. We can also use np.log function. Here I am using a different array x2 which I have made previously. So np.x2 gives these values, and np.log 2x. So this is actually log 2 of x2 array. So it applies the logarithm to every element of x2. So these are some of the basics functions in universal function of Numpy. We can also use np.multiply. There are other functions like np.divide, np.power. We can also find modulus using np.mod. You can make a Google search about universal functions to know other built-in functions. There are also some other specialized functions which you can find if you do a simple Google search. So that's all from this video. Thank you all for your time and understanding. In the next video we will learn something more interesting, so stay tuned to my channel for more interesting videos on data science, machine learning and artificial intelligence.